I'm in Hollywood, and the first thing somebody says to me, "Are you into pornography?" Immediately, those spirits could feed off of me and see it. And I was like, what?
We have to stop and ask the question, what is it they are actually trying to enforce? What is it that they're actually trying to push? It's very clear that the enemy is invasive in how he goes about his business.
Like, do you want to be in porn? And I said, not for the world. And he says, are you sure? I'm about 19. End up in a party. The lady from the agency says, I want you to go talk to that producer, cozy up to him, and make him feel like a man. You know what I mean? And she tells me, I need you to sleep with him. And I trust her, and I do it. This is the game. I'm in Hollywood.
The Bible warns us, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and loses his soul? You even see that the enemy is not even a respecter of man. And you see that even in the Bible, that the enemy even went up to Jesus and tempted him 3 times. At first, he offered him food because he knew that Jesus had finished fasting and he was hungry. He offered him to turn stones into bread. You can really clearly see that the enemy has no shame. How can he go to Jesus and actually offer the Son of God himself bread to eat after he had fasted?
And so I got pimped out through this acting agency, and I slept with men for money. We know now with the Epstein scandals and everything that yes, these actresses were pimped out. This is real.
So they profit a man to gain the whole world and loses his soul. You have to be very strategic. What is it that the enemy is offering you in exchange of your soul, in exchange of your mind, in exchange of your heart, in exchange of your spirit, in exchange of your time? We see that some people, the enemy has really offered them the highest and the highest of the rank of the buildings, of the jobs and opportunity in exchange for their soul. We can even see that the devil does not have a shame when he offered to Jesus, the Son of God, the whole world. He said, if you bow down to me, I'll give you all the domains. Because the Bible does tell us that Satan is the prince of this world. He basically owns the domains of this world. He runs the systems, the corruptions of this world. And that's why he's fighting so hard to insert his laws and orders and principalities that will enforce people, that will put people in a corner, in a pressure to fall for the trap of the enemy, which is basically he wants people to worship him. And we see that even the enemy proceeds to then ask Jesus to throw himself, saying, he even quoted scriptures. For those who don't know that the devil actually knows scriptures, he said to Jesus, if you throw yourself off this cliff, the angels will come, basically catch you, you won't have to fall. The enemy is very strategic, and Jesus rebuked him and said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord your God. And he even rebuked him and say that you shall only worship the Lord your God, the only true living God. So guys, if we are not strong enough, if we are not well vested and invested in the word of God, the enemy will come and offer you a good deal.
And you think that they regularly had these girls doing what that lady asked you to do?
Oh yeah, I know they did. I was in it to win it. I was like, whatever I need to do to make it, because this is how I'm going to make it in Hollywood. I started doing darker things to try to feel relevant. And all those women falling off those guys in the music videos and in the back of the clubs, most of them are prostitutes.
And we know that scriptures warns us they are wolves dressed in sheep clothing, which means that they masquerade themselves as an angel of light. They masquerade themselves as sheep, as good people. However, the spirit within them, the spirit that controls them, the spirit that drives them is not the spirit of God. And we see that the enemy has even infiltrated in the world of creativity, where influencers have now been offered deals by the enemy, where they have to sell and sign their souls away in order for them to actually become more prosperous, in order for them to feel like they've made it.
He ends up throwing me across the room. I'm 4 months pregnant. It's a spiritual college. You can be a Christian and be a Scientologist, but see, that's how they trap you. They do a video recording and you sit just like this across from someone who has a machine. So I'm trusting this machine. It's part CIA tactics, black magic, divination, Eastern philosophies. I've implanted the idea that you've done something wrong and that you agree to it and you can't sue the church and you can't talk about it and you sign, pages of paperwork.
Whoa.
What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
I did not realize that you can quite literally draw a direct line from Prince to Michael Jackson to Ye and then now to Justin Bieber and the things that they have been saying.
I just want to talk about this thing and see if we can't make it more fair. Of course, they wouldn't change, because if they changed, they wouldn't really exist.
There's a disintegration going on that we really have to address. And our values have been lessened to a great degree. People can say all they want to, that there's no reason for these kids to listen to music and then go shoot somebody. But, there's something that's triggering these buttons.
Record companies really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can.
Would you rather gain the things of this world or have a life in eternity?
We can't just say, oh, it's okay for people to like super complicate deals and to collude on deals and to not look at us as human beings, as artists and athletes and actors, that we have to be willing to like stand up for that to be able to change something.
If they cannot control you, they will ruin you. So
I'd rather be broke here on earth and have my life forever with Jesus Christ, because I know that my days on earth are numbered. I know that my days on earth are short, but the life that I have forever with Jesus, nobody died and came back on this earth and relived. That's when you know that life is spiritual, that as much as wise as people claim, as wise and knowledgeable people claim, you can never be wise beyond God's knowledge. That's why the Bible actually tells us that my people perish because they lack knowledge and wisdom from God.
Sold to the devil. I know he's a crack deal. He's a king with a few toys like a Happy Meal. I found my deal up in blood letters. Capped, I'm trapped. If I can go back, I never would have rapped. I sold my soul to the devil.
I was like, now I have to do something pretty ridiculous and insane with my life. So why not sell my soul and go on Jersey Shore? That's what I did.
We sold our soul to the devil. How else can you explain this thing?
I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
A lot of people are signing their lives away because they lack the knowledge and the wisdom of God. They are in pursuit of money. They are in pursuit of finances. They are in pursuit of wealth and prosperity. And the enemy realized that people don't like poverty. So what he does is he creates a system. And once he creates this system, it's a psychological game. You become so emotionally frustrated to the point that you are willing to do everything and everything in order to have money to live a life that is comfortable.
Many people in Hollywood and the music industry have one goal in mind, which is to deceive, lead people into darkness of the occult, and in the process mock God and Christianity with their music and movies. For example, well-known American hip-hop artist Azealia Banks has a large platform and she's not shy about making it public at all. Watch this.
You've tweeted sometimes about witchcraft, like very cryptically. Do you practice magic? What are your favorite spells?
the egg spell.
The egg spell?
You cleanse yourself with an egg, right? Pass the egg all over yourself, praying for all of your negativity to go away into the egg. You crack it in the crossroad and you walk away and you don't look back.
By the way, she's not the only artist in the music industry in Hollywood involved in the satanic, demonic, and occult world. In recent years, many people have exposed artists such as Jay-Z, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and the list goes on. For example, movie star Megan Fox even admitted on live TV to drinking her partner's blood as part of an occult ritual. Watch this.
Yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only. It is used for a reason, and it is controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each.
But let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters in the Lord, that this life is temporary. Yes, you may even build yourself and have all the money on earth, but pause and ask yourself a question. Is there a person here on earth that's lived forever? And the answer to that is no. We all have a time stamp on earth. Our time, our days are numbered by the Lord. And
Now the goal is just to protect you, but if you actually read it, you are committing this. It is a contract. It's a satanic contract. All of those pages under legalese to protect the church. In the satanic contract I signed, the billion-year contract, they tell you, oh, it's just to symbolize a billion years. There's no symbol, nothing. They truly believe that. They own you for a billion years. You have to go through all these books this big.
Whoa.
You have to read it. You have to look up all the words. You have to sit with somebody under hot lights. Yeah, you're allowed to take a bathroom break. They follow you into the bathroom. Scientology has two levels. There's indoctrination and interrogation. The manipulation tactics, basically, of Scientology were ingrained in the CIA. But I'm doing Scientology stuff 12 hours a day. That's when I became almost an ordained minister in Scientology. It's not something to just go, oh, it's just a wacky Tom Cruise religion. No, it is dark, it is insidious. And I called them and I said, help me, I feel like dying. Because you can't say you want to kill yourself in Scientology. And that's bad press for Scientology.
Bad press.
I'm lower than dirt because of the things I've done. But God loves me enough to heal.
people that are running these systems, these societies, it may look like they are prospering, but remember, all of us have an expiration date. All of us have a death date. All of us have a time here on earth and our days are numbered. So my question is this: would you rather live for the world or live for God and in view of eternity? Take a look at your life and really reflect. The way you're spending your time, is that part of God's will for your life, or has the enemy sold you something beyond the things that are important in God's eyes, that you've even neglected your loved ones, your family, in view of money, in view of prosperity, in view of wealth?